Good Tov, everyone. Good morning. Shavua Tov. Chazak Baruch for a beautiful Yom Kippur. Tiskul Shem Nabot, Neimot V'Tovot. So it's just a few days till Sukkot. So I was thinking of looking into Rabbi Shalom Asas. We've been doing it in the Chelek Daled, but I was looking at all of his Sfarim just to point out some interesting halachot. So two halachot for today, and this is from Chelek Gimel Siman Lamed Chet. So there he says the following: when we put up our Sukah, the decorations that we put, you're doing it, of course, for Sukkot, for the Sukah, and it becomes what's called itkatzai la Sukah. It becomes like part of the Sukkah. It becomes set for the mitzvah of Sukkot. There's no other reason why you're doing it, and therefore, just like you're not allowed to take down a Sukkah during Chol HaMoed, your Sukkah has to stand for Sukkot. And the truth is, if you build a Sukkah that's wobbly, that won't last that long, then it's not considered a Sukkah. Whatever, all of our Sukkot, they stand for the 7 days. You're not allowed to take down your Sukkah during Chol HaMoed. So too, the decorations become attached to the walls, become part of the Sukkah, and you're not allowed to take down your decorations during Sukkot as well. And this would come, let's say, it's going to rain, maybe we should take down the decorations, etc. You got to have that in mind beforehand, that you're going to put that one up or you're not going to put that one up. But if once it's up, then it stays up the whole time. He says there are some that argue, and there are some that say you could make a tanai, a condition, but Rav Shalom Asas' opinion is that it's part of the Sukkah, and therefore it stays up with the Sukkah the entire time. Another halacha is the following: for us Faradim, we only say Leshev BaSukah when it comes to bread, and when we're having bread in the Sukkah. As opposed to Ashkenazim, we even say it when they make a mezonot. Now for bread, so the halakha goes as follows. We know, in general, that when a person washes his hand netilat yadayim, and they say the bracha netilat yadayim to eat, ideally they're supposed to have a kabetza of bread, two kazetim, 54 grams of bread. That's the amount that the one should have. Let's say he washed his hand netilat yadayim, and then he ate a little bit, but he's like, I don't want to eat that much. So if he ate a kazait, then he makes birkat hamazon even on a kazait of bread, and the bracha that he made for netilat yadayim is not considered bracha levatala. If you eat less than that, then you're in trouble. Or if you only know you're only going to eat a kazait, you have to wash without a bracha, say hamotzi, eat kazait, and then say birkat hamazon. Okay. So now, in regards to eating outside of the sukkah, technically a snack can be eaten outside of the sukkah. And really, even bread less than a kazait, we don't try to do this because you're playing with fire, meaning if you're eating less than a certain amount outside of the sukkah, you could, but once you hit more than that, you're supposed to be in the sukkah, but technically less than a kazait is allowed to be, less than a kazait, less than a kabetza technically could be outside of the sukkah. And therefore the question posed to Rosh Hashana Sukkot was, if I eat a kazait, meaning if I eat less than a kabetza, I eat a kazait in the sukkah of bread, do I say Leshev BaSukah? And he says no, because technically you could eat that outside of the sukkah, so that's not a requirement for the sukkah, so you don't say Leshev BaSukah. You'll say Leshev BaSukah when you know you're going to have a kabetza, and you're going to indeed eat the kabetza. You say Leshev BaSukah beforehand, but make sure that you eat the kabetza of bread, 54 grams of bread, once you say that Leshev BaSukah. Because less than that, technically, you're not obligated to be in the sukkah, and therefore the Leshev BaSukah is not necessary. And it could also be a bracha levatala if you ended up eating less than a kabetza. Okay, that's that for today's halachot. Mincha tonight and all week long until Sukkot, of course, is 6:15. So it's tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday, 6:15 at night, and tomorrow morning shacharit 6:40. No more selichot till next year. Time to the